Did BJP made PM Modi or did PM Modi made BJP? Who knows? Similarly, is Gurgaon because of DLF or is DLF because of Gurgaon? We don't know, but we will find out in today's video. Today, I'm going to reveal some of the shocking stories about DLF, which is the largest real estate developer in India, and the massive transformation it has made in India's real estate industry. Just a few days ago, DLF launched a project in Gurgaon called Privana West. Within just 3 days of its launch, flats worth 5,600 crores were sold. In January 2024, another project called Privana South was launched by DLF. Within just 3 days of its launch, flats worth 7,200 crores were sold. Another notable project, DLF Camellias, has been selling residential flats valued between 100 to 125 crores. Are these facts surprising? If yes, then watch the video till the end, as I will be revealing even more shocking facts that will certainly blow your mind. More than half of the Fortune 500 companies have offices in Gurgaon. Over 10,000 startups are registered here, and this same Gurgaon was a village 30 years ago, where people were afraid to go at night. The land was barren, and if you had to go outside Delhi's border, taxis would not go. And if someone did, they charged double. In the same place where 100 crore flats are being sold today, during that time the land was sold at just 40,000 rupees per acre. The BPO sector we see today in India, employing millions of people and attracting major companies from around the globe, started in Gurgaon, and DLF played the key role behind it. But how did Gurgaon become the city of corporate startups and now a millennium city? How did this transformation happen? Let me tell you, all of this was achieved by one man whose name is Kushal Pal Singh, also known as KP Singh, the chairman of the DLF group. KP Singh transformed DLF into the largest real estate developer in India with a current market valuation of over 2 lakh crores. But how DLF achieved this substantial growth? I'm going to reveal all those secret strategies behind its success in this video. But I must also mention that DLF's success involved a bit of political support too, particularly from Rajiv Gandhi, who played a key role in its early days. Today's case study is about how DLF transformed Gurgaon into a smart city, and how a person from a small town in India became one of the top 100 richest in the world and amongst the top 10 richest in India. Let's delve into the story of KP Singh, DLF and Gurgaon, and along the way we will learn many valuable lessons of life and business management. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I encourage you to do so. We have done many amazing case studies and have many more to come that will surely surprise you. With that, let's start the video. The story begins on November 19, 1929, when KP Singh was born into a middle-class family in the small town of Bulandshahr in Uttar Pradesh. His father was a lawyer and his mother was a housewife. Life was going on in normal manner for this middle-class family, but one day one of his friends made a shocking decision and without informing him filled out a form for a ground engineering course happening in London. While filling out his own form, the friend also filled out KP Singh's form, and to his surprise he got selected. It was a chance to go to London, but he didn't had enough money at that time. However, his family believed that child's future would improve, so they made a surprising decision. They somehow gathered the money and sent him. KP Singh was an average student academically but excelled in sport, as he loved playing tennis and polo. During his time in London, KP Singh made a girlfriend named Julie. Julie transformed this average boy from a small village in India into a full gentleman. They planned to get married and settle in London. However, destiny had different plans, which leads to a twist in our story. One day, while playing polo in London, KP Singh met Brigadier Mahendra Singh Wadalia, a senior officer in the Indian Army. He said, "Young man, you are a tall and handsome man. The Indian Army is waiting for you. What are you doing here?" Initially, KP Singh wasn't interested in joining the army, but after some time, many events occurred in his life which triggered his passion to join the Indian Army. So at the age of 23, Singh made a shocking decision and decided to return to India to join the Indian Army. Unfortunately, at that time, the army had a rule against marrying foreigners, so KP Singh made a heartbreaking decision and said goodbye to Julie and joined the Indian Army. Interestingly, he performed very well within the army. While serving in the Indian Army, KP Singh met Indira Singh, the daughter of Chaudhry Raghvendra Singh, a senior officer in the Indian Army, and he made an unbelievable decision. He decided to marry her. After 8 years in the Indian Army in 1961, his father-in-law said, "I have 2 daughters but no son. You are like a son to me. Come and join our small family business." This small family business was called Delhi Land and Finance Limited, which is commonly known as DLF today. In 1961, KP Singh made a surprising decision and left the army to join the family business. However, DLF had been established in 1946, a year before India gained independence. His father-in-law Chaudhry Raghvendra Singh founded the company with the vision that the demand for housing in Delhi would significantly increase following the partition in 1947. Recognizing the potential for substantial returns, he believed it would be beneficial to start a real estate company. By the time KP Singh joined DLF, the company had already developed more than 22 colonies in Delhi NCR. Everything was going well, but then we saw another twist in the story. When KP Singh joined DLF, at that time the government also established the Delhi Development Authority, which introduced new rules that shocked the real estate developers. The DDA ruled that all development in Delhi would now be handled by the government and private players were no longer permitted to develop land, which meant that the thriving business of land development came to complete halt. With all operations suspended, KP Singh found himself deeply upset and faced a dilemma about what to do next. In 1963, KP Singh made an unexpected decision. He ventured into various businesses including a motor factory and machinery works amongst others. However, none of them succeeded, resulting in significant losses. So he realized his destiny was tied to land development. Consequently, he withdrew from manufacturing and other ventures and attempted to re-enter the real estate development business. Now, let's get to the story you have all been waiting for. How and when Gurgaon was developed and how DLF emerged as a key player in Gurgaon's transformation into a smart city. The way KP Singh acquired the land is perhaps the most interesting method of land acquisition you would have ever heard. I guarantee you will be shocked to learn that such things can happen. With the new rules and restrictions against private developers in Delhi NCR, KP Singh realized that they can't develop colonies within Delhi, so they had to look outside. In the 1980s, discussions were happening about the expansion of Indira Gandhi International Airport. He thought that if this expansion happens, that area would rapidly develop in the future and it would be $1 billion opportunity. At that time, Gurgaon was a barren land, almost a ghost town with only trees and forests. It was hard to imagine anyone building anything there. Forget about building, no one would have ever thought of living there. However, even though the land was barren, but acquiring it from farmers was a significant challenge because in India, land often remains within the families for generations and carries a strong emotional attachment. It represents their heritage and selling it was out of the question. But KP Singh had 2 advantages. First, he had a village background. Although he had become a gentleman after going to London, he was originally from a village and spoke the local dialects. Secondly, he had an army background, and every village had someone who had either served in the army or was preparing to do so. This created a strong connection with the villagers. To acquire land, KP Singh built relationship with the villagers. He became involved in their lives, attending weddings and other events. He understood the emotional connection the villagers had with their land and worked to gain their trust and respect. And this involvement created a strong bond with the villagers. At that time, he used an interesting method similar to his father-in-law's approach. He would simply tell the farmers, "I will buy 1 hectare of your land for 1 lakh. Upon receiving the money, the farmer often found themselves unsure of what to do with that 1 lakh. Noticing this, KP Singh would then suggest, "You can lend me back that 1 lakh and I'll pay you interest on it." The farmer would trust him and give him the money back. With these funds, KP Singh would proceed to purchase land from other farmers, repeating the cycle. By consistently delivering on his promise of interest payments, KP Singh gradually earned significant trust within the community. Without having much capital initially, he bought land from one farmer and used the same money to invest in buying land from other farmers. Every month, his team would visit the village and distribute the monthly interest payments to each farmer. This regularity and reliability played a pivotal role in establishing his reputation as a trustworthy individual. In this way, KP Singh managed to acquire large tracts of land and develop them, laying the foundation for what would become the largest real estate developer of India. Having acquired the land, KP Singh moved into an interesting phase that led to the creation of DLF. On a hot summer day, a group of villagers were gathered, and KP Singh was sitting in the middle, talking to them. During this time, a jeep stopped. In the jeep was a man who asked what was happening on this barren land. KP Singh answered, saying, "I'm in real estate and discussing the land development opportunities here." This person in the jeep was none other than Rajiv Gandhi. KP Singh took this opportunity to meet with Rajiv Gandhi and share his vision for developing a large-scale project. Rajiv Gandhi promised support, saying he would help in any way possible. On April 20, 1981, a significant moment occurred in KP Singh's life. After years of solely buying and selling land, he received his first license to develop 40 acres of land. This was the first time they decided to develop the land themselves. By 1983, just 3 years after getting the first license, DLF had quietly and steadily acquired licenses for a total of 556 acres of land without creating much noise in the market. This systematic approach laid the foundation for what would become one of the biggest real estate developments in the region. So you can imagine that one person, one company developing 556 acres is quite a big achievement. Now, you might think that their life is going great, getting licenses and building empires. However, it wasn't always smooth sailing. There were ups and downs for sure. One significant clash in KP Singh's life was his friend. This friend was once very close to him, but later this friend turned against him. His name was Bansi Lal, who was once the Defense Minister of India and also the Chief Minister of Haryana. Initially, they had very good friendship, but later on they became enemies. When Bansi Lal became the Chief Minister in 1986, the first thing he did was cancel all the licenses that DLF had obtained. He didn't just stop there, he also published large advertisements in the paper stating that DLF licenses had been revoked and warned investors not to give DLF a single rupee. At that time, DLF's reputation took a severe hit. People began to question, wondering what would happen next. In this crisis, KP Singh made a shocking decision. He decided to honor all refunds to the customers. When people came for refunds, he immediately gave them their money back. This action reassured investors about his integrity, and many chose not to demand refunds. Everything was going well, but then suddenly a tragedy occurred. In 1984, the Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, got assassinated. With that, Rajiv Gandhi, his son, became the Prime Minister. After becoming the PM, he started holding public meetings at his residence where people would come and share their problems, and he would help them in any way he could. During one of those meetings, KP Singh met Rajiv Gandhi and explained his situation, including the difficulties caused by Bansi Lal. At one point, Bansi Lal even attempted to have KP Singh arrested. It was during this conversation that Rajiv Gandhi reassured him of his support and promised to help him. In 1999, when Bansi Lal left and the new government took over, all of the DLF's licenses were restored. KP Singh began steering the company back towards growth with the same level of determination. Initially, he faced some setbacks as it took a big hit on his reputation. Banks were not willing to give him any money. However, with the new government, the development of Gurgaon started rapidly, which significantly benefited DLF's growth. Now, moving on to KP Singh's and DLF contribution in starting the BPO culture in India. On one hand, KP Singh was trying to make Gurgaon famous, thinking that if big foreign investors and companies come here, Gurgaon would gain fame. He aimed at bringing major companies from around the world to India, and for that he established a friendship with Jack Welch, who was then the world's #1 corporate leader. He convinced him to visit India, and his goal was to impress him so much that he would feel compelled to invest in India. He hosted Jack Welch in India with great honor, showcasing the best of India's luxury and cultures. Moreover, he facilitated the meetings between all the ministers and the prime ministers to showcase the development projects and capability of DLF. Azim Premji, the founder of Wipro, also presented his ideas and the benefits of outsourcing the work to his company. Consequently, DLF received the first contract of $10 million and built its first building in India in Gurgaon for General Electrics, which today is known as Genpact. Gradually, the work of million turns into billions, and when GE, the world's largest company, came, other companies started coming to India rapidly. That is why Jack Welch has also called KP Singh the true ambassador of India. As he mentioned in his book, if KP Singh wasn't there, we would have never thought of bringing our companies to India. By 2003, the IT industry started booming with the increase in demand for big office buildings, and recognizing this opportunity, DLF started constructing the Cyber City, which was developed in an area of 13 million square feet. Let me remind you, this project was the largest development of that time and often referred to as the futuristic commercial hub. Now, they thought they needed to cater the demand for residential projects, as with the increase in big corporates, the demand for residential is expected to grow as well. So they expanded into residential developments. DLF's key focus has always been on quality. Whatever property DLF made during that time, you will still find it well maintained because DLF never compromised on the quality and workmanship. With the focus on best quality, DLF has developed more than 178 real estate projects. DLF has developed one of the biggest golf courses in India, which is counted amongst the top 10 golf courses around the world. Today, DLF is the largest real estate developer in India with residential, commercial, and retail properties in 15 states and 24 cities. DLF has developed an area of more than 349 million square feet. In Gurgaon alone, DLF has developed 3,000 acres of land, which was worth 50,000 crores at that time. And let me remind you, this is the biggest development ever in India by any developer. DLF's market value is 2 lakh crores, which has doubled in the last 12 months. The way they have been acclaimed by the media and the demand for the properties are soaring high are the key reasons for its exponential growth. One more interesting fact that I must tell, DLF is the only builder that leases out its commercial properties instead of selling them. As of today, DLF annual rental income alone is more than 4,000 crores and has an annuity portfolio of over 42 million square feet. If I talk about KP Singh, according to his personal net worth, he is the 16th richest person in India with a net worth of 19.6 billion and is ranked 92nd in the world. DLF has done so many things in India which might not have been possible without KP Singh. You can understand this if I tell you in one line, while all other builders have developed projects in the cities, DLF has developed a city itself. This was the story of DLF, India's largest real estate developer. If you found it valuable, I would love to hear your suggestions for the next product or company to analyze.